Welcome everybody to the One Piece Hour, episode 18. Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome to It's Yabai with your host John.
Julio.
And
So today we're gonna be talking a little bit about some One Piece series because we do. Julio, you can start us off.
Right. So here's the thing, boys. Something you guys have to realize about us is, at this point, we're how many episodes, John? 18 episodes in, right? And it's been pretty obvious that we are a bunch of One Piece fanboys. We talk about it too much, and this is our show. Cry. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? So John Lewis and I were talking about where Blackbeard would scale in comparison to Luffy currently in the story. And the way things are looking right now, the question does become, does Luffy low diff Blackbeard? Right? Now, initially I was like, bro, obviously. But then I was like, you know what? Let's not say low diff because that's a bit too disrespectful. Let's say mid diff. Like let's say mid diff, in my personal opinion, right? And the reason why I personally believe this is because, first of all, Year 5 Luffy looks so ridiculously broken that he played with Kaido, which was like one of the most impressive freaking impressive characters in general we've seen in the entire series by far. It's not even close. So he literally just played with him. It wasn't even fucking close whatsoever. Super low diff. And then when we actually do get to see Blackbeard, we hadn't seen Blackbeard fight in the post time skip. They had been holding on to that for so many goddamn, I think, what was it, almost 10 years low key. We hadn't seen him fight it. So when we do finally get to see him fight, he's up against Law. I mean, he has everything going for him. He has his entire crew with him. All of them are devil fruit stacked up. Law has him and his lackeys that they all suck. Beppo's crying in a corner, right? Like, what are we gonna do? And I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Law one-shots him. That's right. He one-shot him for exactly 1.2 seconds, but he still one-shot him though. Laid his ass out. And I'm like, bro, if you didn't like that by Law, I can only imagine what Gear 5 Luffy. It would not be close whatsoever. Which is an interesting dynamic in the sense that y'all like generally it's the hero working his way up to the villain. Here, at this point in the story, I would argue it's the opposite thing going on.
you know,
It's interesting.
here's something I
because-
feel
Go on.
because for Blackbeard, I feel like there's two things for Blackbeard, right? One, I'm curious to see how like his Devil Fruit reacts with Gear 5th, because then it's like supposed to like cancel out all the Devil Fruits, right?
Is it? I never
Isn't that
really
the-
understood the darkness fruit. I was
I was under the
something
impression
super
that like it
useless.
kind of no, I was under the impression that it kind of like canceled it out a little bit. I might be wrong. I might be misremembering because it's been like 12 years since I saw this motherfucker use that Devil Fruit.
Yeah,
Let's see.
But regardless, other than that, I feel a big part of his power comes from the fact his crew is stacked to the gills.
yeah.
You know, like one-on-one for sure. I
He
think
can
Luffy takes
control
him like
gravity.
yeah, he has a black hole.
Yeah. He
ability.
has the black hole ability. He can
Yeah.
put you in.
I never knew he had control of gravity. That's fucking.
You didn't know
crazy.
that?
Nah, dude. That's how little they show Blackbeard
Bro,
and how
there
little I
was-
paid attention
so-
to him.
When he fought Ace, he made like this huge black hole on the ground, right? And he absorbed like literally the entire fucking town into the black hole, and then dispersed it, like just exploded it, like repelled
Alright,
it out of it.
I
It was
didn't-
crazy.
I didn't know he had that suck like that, dude. Jeez.
Yeah, he got that yuck on him.
Okay, yeah, look right there. Teach using his Devil Fruit powers to nullify. It's the picture with Ace
Uh-huh.
to nullify Ace's own Devil Fruit power.
But he has to touch you.
But maybe it's been a
all
long
of Luffy's,
time.
all of Luffy's
Maybe-
attacks are pretty physical, so I feel like
Right, but consider this, like, bro, he was pulling Kaido's eyes out of socket and shit, and he was like shifting through his body. Like, since he has that like low-key Toon Force, he might just be able. Also, he doesn't have to touch you. If you remember, most of Luffy's clashes these days are hockey based, and like motherfucker doesn't even actually punch you in the face anymore. He just like punches the air right next to you and that claps you.
That's true. But I do think that could be a possible like maybe win condition for him. Like if he can just turn off Gear 5th.
But can you turn off Gear 5th though?
You know what? I think if someone can, it'd be this guy.
The thing is that
I'm not sure he can though.
Luffy doesn't know. Does Luffy know exactly like Teach's thing? Because I don't know how much Teach lets the world know about his power. Like I think the only one who probably would have told him that shit would have been Ace. And Ace, you know how he is, being a crabby bitch about white people all the time.
I mean, right after this, wasn't Ace arrested?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, he never got a chance to tell him.
Oh no, wait. Luffy's stretching powers were completely cancelled on touch, allowing Blackbeard to injure the rubber man simply by throwing him into the ground. Okay. Yeah, so he should know that.
But bro, here's what's crazy, right? Consider this: Blackbeard has no feats, and like not even I'm not even talking about like devil fruit wise. He does. I'm talking about like speed feats. He has zero, right? Reaction based. Like Blackbeard is actually known for it out. Like so he's kind of one of those like I'll take one to kind of offense guy, right? So like he'll let you punch him, or rather he'll get punched by you because he doesn't have the stats to react to it or like out of the way for it. Dumpty, right? So he gets freaking like punched in the face, and then Luffy rolls up, and then Luffy punches him, and then he rolls up and like what he did like right there in like that one like little picture right there at the
The
bottom.
thing is,
But
if we want to like be the wankers here, we do have to wank him to like Law's thing because we don't know exactly how the fight went down. That's just the sad part. So we don't know if he used his crew to like just do some stupid follow up Persona 5 attack, or if he just like speed blitzed Law neck chop or some shit. You know, it could have been anything. Most likely not that. But also here it looks like he
I
can spread darkness like throughout the field, which
so
also
Bla-
could be
Blackbeard is a
something.
big unknown, and I think that's a big problem.
that effect doesn't cancel. I think he has to touch you directly
All right.
because I mean if he did have that, that would be a lot easier.
No, dude, I have no idea what this guy does. To be
We
honest,
can't forget
I
he
could
has the click through.
dude. Honestly, there's One Piece like that I'm watching right now, and then there's the One Piece that has Blackbeard in it, and I haven't seen that one yet. Apparently,
But with him, it's one of those things where, like, bro, if he did fight Luffy in current form and Luffy goes straight gear 5, he's gonna get mollywop, and it's not going to be close. He's literally gonna get two shot. Like, it's going to be really, really bad. Because the thing is, like, okay, let's assume he gets rid of gear 5. Bro, Luffy physically right now is basically at Kaido level, or maybe even slightly above. Like in
Just
terms of
off of
just his
Toon Force.
physicals.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
no, just off his like forget his devil fruit, bro. Luffy right now in the series, take away his devil fruit, is still stronger than everybody on his crew. He just is. He's stronger than everybody on his crew, no devil fruit. Like the motherfucker.
Luffy has always been like a physical phenomenon
that's
in the
true.
show.
But how does just no Devil Fruit, just hockey straight Luffy fear stand up against double Devil Fruit Blackbeard? And you have to assume Blackbeard also has hockey things because Blackbeard number one thing on him is he's mega paranoid, right? About everything. So he's setting up the most. Like this dude has not let anybody know anything of what
Sure,
he's
prep
on,
time.
right? He is Batman with 180 years of prep time right now, right? So you have to assume that if there's a power system that could fuck him up, he's probably studying that shit or trying to master that shit. So he's probably trying to infuse his attacks with hockey and all that stuff. And if he's heard anything, which Fake News Morgan should have reported something about the Toon Force, and from Wano.
No, because fake news Morgan protects Luffy. He's like, no, nothing happened. Don't worry about it. He's just,
Oh wait, no, actually, even better. Fake News Morgan is wanking the fuck out of Luffy's intelligence,
Oh,
and
even
he's
more.
wanking the hell out of his
Yeah.
power.
Bro, Blackbeard
So
is sweating.
Blackbeard is sweating out here preparing for fucking Superman. Out here, he's like, he's a mastermind, a genius. He doesn't respect any flags. He has no morals, right? He's expecting all that shit. So Blackbeard's like, fuck, dude, I better repair on this shit. Blackbeard's got like a Megazord back on his base, ready to fight Luffy because he's ready for Luffy to just stomp this shit out. But he should be able to at least like hold his own against Luffy in terms of the physical hockey department. I feel like that should be a thing.
There's no chance.
I feel like he should be able to because if we're gonna have him here in this be the super paranoid guy that's been preparing for 30 years, it makes really weird. It's really weird if Luffy just knocks him out, right? Or if Luffy just punches him and he's like, "Damn, I didn't know hockey was a thing," you know?
Well,
Like,
that wouldn't happen in the story because they're not gonna fight with versions. Right? So like by the time they do fight, Blackbeard's gonna be stronger. The thing is, like as they are right now, listen, we can't go off of assumptions. Actually, no, because he hasn't shown us anything hockey based. He doesn't have shown us any speed feats. So based off what we do know, we know Luffy gonna lay this motherfucker out something different. Because the problem is that, well, primarily, first of all, Luffy outspeeds them by a shit ton. His strength wise, I mean, it's not even close. Luffy's like a monster in terms of strength. Durability, Blackbeard might have him because Blackbeard's durability and just overall stamina and all the defensive side of things He's just weird. He's supposed to feel more pain, but he still tanks crazy attacks. So it's absolutely insane. But like, I just don't see him messing around with Luffy, dude. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, there's no way. And the thing about it is, like, for him to mess around with the Toon Force aspect of his power, like, for him to land the darkness fruit on Luffy, like, it would be so difficult too. Oh, here's the thing about the hockey and why I think he have strong. I think the reason why he doesn't have strong hockey is because from what I've seen about Blackbeard is he's extremely reliant on devil fruits. He was extremely reliant on the darkness fruit when he attained it. He was extremely, even more so, reliant on the quake fruit when he attained it. Because that's all he was doing. He was just spamming both fruits. He never it's literally just fruit durability. That's it. That's literally all we've seen from him. And it is, mind you, it is an unfair argument because we haven't seen him go all out post time skip. We haven't seen that from him. So it is an extremely unfair argument considering we have like fucking 10 years of data for Luffy.
We have 10 panels.
Yeah. And we have nothing for Blackbeard except for like a few panels where he literally gets one shot by Law, then his crew saves him, and then he comes back and does some shit off screen yet again. So you know what?
Like, what if that's his power? He off screens you, like he turns the camera off.
I mean, shit, at that point, bro, we're going back to King from fucking One Punch Man. That's just like fucking like you can't beat him. It's just impossible.
It wins every fight.
I think I could definitely see Oda wanking him to have like his
Devil
Fruit Awakening where he cancels out. He has like a field that cancels out around him. Right?
On some Shigaraki
question:
shit.
Does he have? Is he on the list of the people that we know has Conqueror?
I don't know. He probably does. It'd be weird if he didn't have Conquerors. I'm not gonna lie to
you. Yeah, right. Like I feel like if someone was gonna have it, it'd probably be him. But
it would be Blackbeard. Yeah.
Just Control F Conqueror.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I just don't. I feel like if somebody is gonna have him, but I mean, for God's sake, fucking, I think Usopp was fucking basically.
Doesn't say anything.
Usopp was basically teased to potentially have it.
Was he?
I think so. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Teachers is confirmed to have Kevin Boom Shuko hockey. The fuck is that?
Is that base hockey?
I have no idea what the fuck this is. I don't think that's
that's observation. Yeah, that's observation.
Okay.
That is.
Again, we only have 10 panels on Teach.
And
then
Busoku
teaches extremely skilled in Bushoku hardening. Okay. Oh, he's extremely skilled in hardening.
Oh, extremely. Who the fuck came up with that shit? Extremely.
Wait, he was able to defend against S-Hawk.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Look, the panels right there.
There's an 11th panel we missed.
Oh shit.
When the fuck did that happen?
Exactly.
I don't recall that. That must have been in the fucking like the after.
When he went to Amazon Lily, I guess that's what.
That has to be because that might have been when they introduced the Seraphim.
But hey, you know what?
That's a feat.
That's kind of a feat.
No,
defending against S-Hawk some slash.
But we haven't. If we see Luffy like no diff S-Hawk for whatever reason, Luffy just like brushes him off in Egghead Island, then
bro, I don't see Luffy struggling for a bit in Year 5.
I think Zoro's gonna be the gauge for how strong S-Hawk is.
I don't see anybody struggling. This is the too busted right now. It's gonna be really hard to convince the fandom that Luffy's struggling.
Yeah, I don't see Conqueror's hockey here.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Well, I mean, we can assume that he probably has it just because it's like, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, it would only make sense for his character because of the way we see Conqueror's hockey. According to like I forgot what the source was. So source, trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro.
King should also have Conqueror's hockey. However, because he gave up his allegiance to like Kaido to let Kaido take over the stuff, he doesn't have access to it. But he has the like prerequisites.
Bro, I'm pretty bothered by the fact that that so many characters have Conquerors at this point. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. A lot of years.
Running number on the amount of Conquerors.
Too many.
I think you can look up like Conqueror's hockey users.
Too many fucking. That's the run.
Only Conqueror's hockey users. Okay, Boa has that shit.
Bro, that's why it's random motherfuckers too. Like Boa motherfucker.
Well,
Nah,
she's a
nah.
ruler. She's a ruler.
I don't
I
give a
believe that's
flying
one of the
fuck
things
what
for
she
Conqueror's
is.
hockey.
Yeah, it is, but it's like if any ruler can do it, get out of here. Like it's like how you gonna have Shanks, Kaido, Big Mom with it, and then have fucking
Lol,
Boa
Don
in the
Chin
back
Zhao
of like
has it.
that's what, bro. Come on now, come on, stop this. Don't defend Johnson Zhao having
Roger,
fucking hockey,
put in Zoro. He shouldn't have it.
bro.
Nah.
Dog,
Nah.
I'd rather have 12, don't you? Bro,
Nah, we
Bartolomeo
can't.
deserves it more than this guy.
You damn right. That's why he's number one. Sengoku, Charlotte Charles Barkley,
Charles Barkley.
Doflamingo,
I could forgive that.
Monkey D. Garb.
You know what? Honestly, there's just a couple there that I don't agree with. Like, for the most part, it's fine.
Donchin Zhao's
Ace
crazy.
also shouldn't have that. That's really
Donchin
weird.
Zhao is wild.
Well, he doesn't have anything anymore, so
Well,
that's
yeah,
fine.
that's true. But Ace, like, I feel like he shouldn't have it
Hey,
just because of the way his character was. He was very lazy, very lax. Didn't have any
hey.
like really strong morals or anything like that.
No, yeah, I get you. But
Other
Donchin
than
Zhao,
Whitebeard.
but Donchin Zhao is wild though.
No,
Like
Dungeon Zhao's a king. Get out of here.
Donchin Zhao is wild, bro. Get out of here with that shit. Like
The
nah.
Sengoku, get out of here. I feel like you shouldn't have that either.
Sengoku, I'll give it to him just because he's like he was fleet admiral for, and
Bro,
also
he's only fleet admiral because
and he
Garp
was-
didn't want to be fleet admiral.
okay, cool, but he was also with Garp fighting off like Roger's fucking era of pirates.
Garp carried.
So probably, but
Lewis,
but I mean shit.
Lewis, the shipbuster, Garp carried.
Eh,
Oh, but
Garp
he was there.
carried.
Shut up, you sucks.
carried. I don't doubt that Garp
Bro,
carried, but at the same time,
Number one Sengoku hater right here.
Sengoku does seem pretty useless comparatively. At the same time, it's like, you know, his name, you know what I'm saying? He was back in the day, you know what I'm saying? In the fucking trenches back in the day with Garp.
Back in the day. Oh, Garp is still out there.
yeah, Garp is still out there, you're right. But put some respect to Sengoku's name. This was a Goku blast.
No, go down. Go back down to Sengoku. You see that? You see that right there?
Oh, shit.
Baby Galaxy Fist, bro. He needs to activate a Devil Fruit to experience a fraction of that power, bro.
That's
That's what that
crazy. That's crazy.
That's what that is right there.
Yeah, useless kid.
A
Useless
poor
kid's
man's Galaxy Fist.
Wow.
dead. Useless kid's dead as far as I'm concerned right now.
Yeah, kid having that shit just come on. What
Goldie Roger, I mean this rookie.
yeah, I mean, it's the worst
Oh yeah,
character.
Yamato has that. I forgot about her.
Yamato, I can kind of get behind.
Titties. Yamato because she's Kozaku Yoden secretly, but
Yeah, reincarnation.
Oh goodness gracious, that's so dumb. Whitebeard, of course, makes perfect sense.
yeah.
Dungeon Zhao is still wild. But yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is, right? So what do you guys think? Like, if Luffy did fight Blackbeard, like who would win and how close would it?
I believe it 100% has to
It'd
end
be Luffy.
with Luffy doing another roof piece situation. Not right now. Right now, I think Luffy wins, right? Because we
No, but here's the
No,
thing.
I'm
I
talking
do
about
not-
right now. I'm not talking about eventually. I'm talking right now.
No, right
Right
now,
now-
the information we have, it's Luffy all day.
It's Luffy, just because we have zero information. But I feel
But
like there's
also,
gonna be some
it's gonna be
shit.
it's gonna be an easier fight than Kaido.
I feel like there's gonna be some
100%,
shit that Oda's
way
gonna
easier.
pull out, where Oda's gonna be like, "Oh, he has an awakened this and awakened the other fruit, so now his quakes take away. They turn off this shit. Gear 5.
That
right?
would actually be kind of stupid.
That would kind of be busted, and I feel like that would be a really tough fight for Luffy. To which then he actually dies and then awakens some other part of fucking some shit. Maybe
Realistically, the way I see it is like it's a good thing that he has the darkness because it really does offset. I hope it can fuck with Gear 5 because it does offset the fact that Luffy's too busted. So by making Blackbeard be one of the few characters that can actually fuck with him, right? Like by taking away Gear 5 instead of like actually like going like toe to toe with it, actually just taking away like putting it out on the table. It makes a lot more sense as opposed to like trying to convince us that Blackbeard can fuck around with Gear 5 or like, bro, what are you gonna do when Luffy fucks up Akainu? Because there's no way Akainu that's gonna be a close whatsoever. That
No,
is-
Akainu gets one shot.
that's a tough one right now because
Dude, that's a lower diff fight than Blackbeard by like a
we
billion
don't
times.
know. We don't know how strong Akainu really is.
No,
but
no,
we
no,
know
John,
he's not
that's
that
where you're
strong.
wrong. No, John, that's where you're wrong. I know exactly how strong he is. Not as strong as Kaido.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not as strong as Kaido.
That's the number. That's the math.
That's
Less
the
than
math right
Kaido.
there. Less than
Yeah.
Kaido.
No chance.
Yeah.
No
And
chance.
now Kaido is less than Luffy. So by the transitive property,
Okay.
Akainu
okay.
ain't nothing.
I
Okay,
fuck
fair.
with the math. I fuck with the math. I like it.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I'm
What's
not
up?
with it.
It's because like it's not even. How are you even gonna have an emotional fight with that shit? Like Luffy's not gonna really get like anything out of that. como te digo, like who he's fighting right now, Lucci, right? Remember Lucci? Lucci back in the day, that was a struggle. Lucci right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Luffy turned on Gear 5 just to show him his new outfit, right? Like, it's not even a thing. You feel me?
That's kind of messed up though. I don't like the way they did my. I'm not saying he should have, but maybe have him fight somebody else in the right. Like it's like okay, he's not as strong as Luffy for that because he's fighting some rat.
He should have
But at
taken
the same,
Chopper by the neck.
all right. Well, I'm not mad at that. I can't say I'm upset at that option, right? Because fuck Chopper. But I mean, shit. Realistically, like, what are we gonna do?
I feel like it
Like, you get
100% has to come down to some Akainu wank, hard wank, right? Into didn't go there because I didn't want to, or they didn't let me go, some shit like that.
nah. Ain't nobody gonna believe that shit.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the only thing
I
he's gonna say.
kind of try to convince me of that shit. I'm gonna be like, cap, stop it, lying ass motherfucker. Look at you lying. Get out of here.
What if
Come on
Akainu's
now.
been dead this whole time and nobody knows?
I mean, good for him.
I mean,
Ain't nobody go fuck about.
but yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the thing is, it's like Oda's waited so long to show us Akai. I just like Oda literally while Marineford was going on, he released a statement that said that Akainu had the strongest offensive capacity in the entire verse. And I'm like, Oda,
That's a little tough to say, Oda.
yeah, I was like, Oda, you capping hella hard,
Because if
right?
that was true, Mr. Oda, why are we letting the Yonkos breathe?
Right. So I was like, Oda capping so hard right now. So then
Also,
Oda
Buggy's
like,
a thing, so he can't do that.
anyways. So Oda likes to cap really. At this point, I'm like, you know what, bro? Let's just see what he ends up doing with Akai. I'm at a point in time where if if Oda comes out with Akainu and Akainu out here two-shotting motherfuckers that are like Yako level, I'm gonna have words. I'm gonna have choice words from my boy Oda because it's like, bro, you can't just like not like we last we saw of Akainu, he was strong, but from what we've seen from the Yonko, it's like, bro, it's not in no competition there.
I
Beat up
think
an old ass Whitebeard, and the Whitebeard still clapped them actually.
I think
So
the only way Kainu comes back into the story is if like into a fight is if like Luffy's already been fucked up for whatever reason. Blackbeard's done some mumbo jumbo, turns off Gear 5, right? So now it's just hands
yeah,
and versus Akainu with his whole shit, right? Fresh, Senzu beamed out of the out of the hot tub, chilling as fuck, right?
Sensu.
I think that's the only way that you have
I
that
mean,
fight. Because that fight really doesn't matter at this point. I mean, the way that we're wanking shit.
yeah, it's getting too ridiculous.
Unless Akainu tries to pull some of that, I was only using 20% of my real power.
Bro, if you don't get the shit out of my face, that man was getting clapped up something different. That man was getting clapped up, laid out. It was not close. Right? He was
Not even
getting
slightly.
mollywopped and annihilated. Like, but he was younger. He was younger than the older generation, so I'm saying he has crazy durability. He has crazy durability because he tanked a lot of haki infused attacks. We just couldn't see it because Oda was like, yeah, it was happening.
I swear.
No, yeah, literally. It's like trust me. It's like, all right, I guess I will.
Now,
You know?
that leads us to the next thing, right? It would be interesting if Blackbeard did have like this cancel out ability, right? He had a cancel out field for Devil Fruits, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then that is how Luffy's able to fight Emu, because let's say we don't know what Emu does, right? But let's say Emu has some crazy like just erasure ability, right? And Blackbeard's the only one that could like stop that from happening. That'd probably be the only way that they would team up like near the end if they had to.
If they do team up, I don't want it to be an actual team up. I want it to be one of those things where it's like, for whatever reason, they both want to fuck up. They don't even acknowledge each other every chance. Like they're both fighting Emu at the same time, but they're also fighting each other. Like literally, like they're fighting Emu, but like when one of them gets too close, they just kick each other in the face because they hate each other, which makes perfect fucking sense considering the fact that Blackbeard basically killed Ace indirectly, right? Like he's the reason why a lot of Luffy suffering is happening. So it's like Yeah, man. I hate when animes do that shit where like the villain team up with the good guy and it's just like, oh, let bygones be bygones, even though you destroyed my fucking family. You know, it's like, nah, bro, that's not realistic whatsoever, and I hate it because it's like it completely pulls me out of the story, and I'm like, this is just so unrealistic. It's actually ridiculous. So I would much rather either that not happen at all, or it.
Mm-hmm.
So
It'd be really strange to say the least. But I could definitely see Oda pulling some shit out like that. I 100% think that Teach is gonna like take that to his advantage, right? Pero empingao. Like he'll probably be like, "Oh, Luffy, now that we're best friends, tries to take his devil fruit or some shit, or do some weird shit, cups the back of his head, smashes him into the floor."
I just don't want Luffy to be such a.
Say that again. I couldn't hear it.
I just don't want Luffy to be such an idiot. Actually, come on, bro. Like Luffy's not very smart, but he's very much like set on his morals and like his beliefs and stuff. It's like, if you're bro, I'm not gonna, no matter what the circumstances. It's like, nah, bro.
Blackbeard's crew, though, that'll be an interesting.
Bro, Blackbeard's crew looks like something straight out of a circus.
Yeah.
That shit looks crazy, bro. Boy Von Auger looks pretty cool. That girl with the tail, whatchamacallit, fox fruit, call it Catalina, all the way to the right below Von Auger.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch right there is weird looking. Very weird looking. She's either fighting Nami or Rock. Who's gonna fight Burgess? Because Burgess sucks. I'm guessing Frankie. Man.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I felt like that was. I felt like that might have been more like a Sanji fight. Just Sanji bouncing around, doing some shit, being like, "Oh, you might be strong, but I'm better than you." But
Nah, because the problem that's not a how dare that's not a Sanji fight because Burgess sucks,
Mm.
bro. Burgess got off screen by Sabo. Do you not remember this?
You think Sanji?
All right, see,
You think
you
Sanji
know
actually
what, bro?
loves
You're so
Sabo?
fucking annoying. I hate your ass. I hate your ass. You're so fucking annoying.
You
Like, what
think
the fuck?
Sanji goes above Sabo,
You're oh
bro? I
my
don't know,
god.
man. He's a
This is so
Revolutionary
you're
Army
so
member.
annoying. Goodness gracious, bro. Why's my boy got a career?
I have no idea what Blackbeard's crew does, because like that's a whole different anime as far as I'm aware. Damn, nice chills with that jawline. But that's a whole different
Yeah,
ass fucking anime as far as I'm concerned. He has
that's the motherfucker that's gonna fight Sanjo. Pizarro, the king, the motherfucker with the king hat. That guy right. That's gonna be
this
fight
guy
Sanjo.
right here, this guy right here. He's the one in Two Piece. He's the main character of Two Piece, right?
Two piece,
Right.
two
So
piece.
he's from a whole other verse that I don't even know about, apparently. Right.
I'm telling you, I'm telling. Like that would be so funny. Imagine a one shot where we just get to see everything Blackbeard was up to for the last 10 years, and then
I would love that. I would finally love that because then we could actually have a Fiho like set strength cap, set like where he's at.
it would be really funny too. It's like imagine cheering for Blackbeard. It's like get him, Blackbeard, get him. It's like what?
Go beat his ass. He's fighting Ace.
Bro, literally, I mean, shit. I would cheer for Ace. I said it.
Damn, like
But yeah, Lord, is that a picture of Jack Black with Blackbeard right next to him? Jack Black as Blackbeard would be absolutely.
that would go hard for the One Piece live action.
That would be so. Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. I'm not even lying to you.
I can fuck with that.
That's pretty. But yeah, man. Like so, something else we were gonna bring up is the order of things in the end of One Piece because we don't think Blackbeard's gonna be the final boss. I don't think Akaino's near the final boss either.
Not even. I mean, I feel like the Akainu thing should have happened already.
Yeah.
Before Kaido. Post Big
I
Mom,
get
pre Kaido.
I get why it didn't though, because it's like Oda just wanted to get to Wano and reveal a bunch of stuff because story anyway, and he wanted to kind of complete his idea. It's just here's the because a lot of stories culminated, so here's a culmination. What I thought was gonna happen for the longest time is Wano was gonna be even bigger with Shanks rolling up, Akainu rolling up.
Oh, dude, I thought everybody was gonna pull up to
Yeah,
Wano. You
me
remember how we
too.
were talking shit about all that, dude?
we were like, bro, everyone is pulling Blackbeard at the very end, clap everybody, but then
Bro,
he stayed
Bon
down.
Clay's pulling up to Wano,
Yeah,
chilling as fuck.
literally, Bob Clay's gonna pull up,
Because
clap everybody.
Oda, the thing about Oda is, he's always coming around. He's always saying egregious statements like, "Bro, this is gonna be bigger than Marineford. Y'all
Yeah,
gonna think this shit is crazy." Anime wise, the anime, yeah, it's probably crazier in the anime. But like, Fijo manga wise, Marineford was kind of fucking crazy. You feel me?
you can't. Yeah, I get you, but you can't pay too much attention to Oda. You have to realize that the homie, like, he just be saying shit sometimes.
With
Like
the
Oda,
series.
I mean, yeah, because the thing is, like, Oda, like, dude, bro, I think it must have been like 5 years ago. He was like, "Oh, One Piece is like 60% done." I'm like, stop this,
Yeah, we're
Like,
at
Wano had
66 right now.
like, come on, stop with that nonsense. It's like every year, like the number would go up, and it's like there's so much left in the story that has to happen. Look at the things that still have to happen. So we haven't been to Elbaf.
We have not. We've
We have not
seen
been to
like 3
Elbaf.
panels of Elbaf.
We haven't been to Elbaf. Well, actually, no, we have been to Elbaf in the backstory, but we haven't been as we haven't. First of all, we haven't these yet. We did
We
get
haven't seen
Vegapunk,
what?
but we haven't gotten to the One Piece. We don't know what the
Of
fuck it
course,
is. We don't.
yeah.
Also, I know. By the way, people are forgetting. Hey, assuming the One Piece is at an island, there's an arc in that island. Like, there's always like we get to the island. There's like
Oh, I thought you just crossed the finish line and the game's over.
yeah, imagine, right? So like, there's an arc that you have to fucking like account for once you get to like the actual once you get to Rafto. So it's like, okay, now we gotta meet the people in the town and shit. What they know of the
Well, no. Do
that
you
and the
think
third.
Laftel's like populated?
I think so. I actually do. I
You
think it's.
think there's a whole race going
I don't know if there's a race. I think it's just like an actual.
That's
I think it's just.
interesting. I never
I
thought of
think
it
it's a
like that.
treasure. I think it's a treasure in a fucking island. I'm not gonna say like a regular ass treasure. Actually, but I think whatever the content of Laftel actually is, it's in the island.
I always assumed Laftel to be like just this empty, barren, like Garden of Eden type place where it's just like paradise compared to all the other islands. This is just like the one perfect one, and it's just chilling. Like nobody's there because like I, from the backstory we got with Roger, we never really saw anybody like them fucking around with anybody that wasn't already on the ship. You feel me?
Well, yeah, we didn't see anything. Like,
Like they didn't like como te digo, they didn't mention them like, oh, the people, the this, the that. Like it was just like, yeah, they just went, dropped the treasure, chilling. I feel like it would be the
I
most
don't think.
unpopulated island ever.
Nah, I feel like it's just like it's just like a whole town that's completely secluded. Nothing gets in. Nothing, like even so, then it's
I
just
get
like
it.
that's what it is. Yeah.
That's where Roger keeps his hose. That's One
Probably
Piece.
that's where all the hoes are. You get there, and this is like a fucking like plethora of Roger hoes. There's like 500,
It's Boa Hancock's Island Part 2.
but like way better,
Yeah.
like way higher quality. Um, but yeah, I feel like so. I mean, think about all the things we still haven't done. We haven't gotten to like whatever the island is or whatever. We haven't gotten the One Piece. We haven't gotten to the war, the massive war that has to take place after Luffy gets the war. Then we have to deal with the world's government and all that shit. Come on, like that's
Dude,
so
that's
many
like 20
chapters.
chapters.
No, yeah,
only 20 chapters?
Yeah, it's like 20
that
chapters.
like
We could
all of
probably
that.
do it in 10.
Judging by how fast Oda writes this shit, that's like the next 80 years, bro. Like, to be honest.
I mean, when you think about it, bro, we get like, because if it's a mango week, not accounting all breaks, there's 52 weeks in a year, I think.
You're
So
probably looking at generally like 40 weeks of chapters as opposed to 50.
So like 40 chapters a year, right? Do you think Oda's gonna end this in like what 80 chapters, 120 chapters?
Bro, there's no chance. Like, I could see this manga ending.
We're getting out of fucking, what's it called? We're getting out of Egghead in 120 chapters, bro.
Bro, like if I had to put a number down, like 600, 700.
Goddamn.
No, for like, there's no way it's anything below. I mean, think about all the shit we have.
I could
And, like,
see
you
this
could do it
happening in a
before.
very rushed rate with 300.
No, yeah, if you want to shit on the story, you could do 300. But there's no way you're gonna there's no way you can account for everything and make it good with good pacing and overall good storytelling. 300 chapters. There's no fucking way. There's literally no fucking way. Think about all the things that have to happen, and it's like you're gonna fucking make all of that happen in 300 chapters, you're gonna make first of all that final war is gonna be less than like 150 chapters. Really, that's not
tough.
happening.
That's tough.
That's not happening.
Because we got to see Law die.
Okay, you see,
Mm-hmm.
no,
What?
yeah, we gotta see
Eustace,
Zoro.
no.
We gotta see
Law
Zoro get one
dies,
shot.
giving
No,
Eustace
Zoro,
the
Zoro,
immortality.
look.
Zoro's gonna get one shot by
This is
Mihawk.
this
He's
is what
never
you
gonna
don't
become.
understand. This is what you don't understand, right? Zoro will die, right? Zoro is gonna be the One Piece, the Straw Hat that will die, right? This is my
Yeah.
canon, head canon. He'll die. He'll
I
go
like
to
it
hell.
already.
He'll get lost. He'll come back.
Oh my god, this
He'll
guy,
come back
this
because
guy,
I feel like Oda's never letting that fucking joke go. He's gonna go into
dude.
that joke with his grave, bro.
At some point, he has to let that shit go, bro. Like that shit
Never,
lost
dude.
its fucking
Never,
edge.
dude. He's gonna, or at the very end, he dies. He's like, I found my way back, bitch. Fuck you.
No. You want to know what's actually gonna happen? I'll tell you exactly. So Mihawk's gonna roll up. He's gonna one shot Zoro. It's gonna be, and then Sanji's gonna roll up. Right.
Oh my god.
Sanji's gonna cut his legs off. Check this out. Check this
Mhm.
out. He's gonna cut his legs off. He's gonna replace his legs with two of Zoro's swords. Right, and then his last sword, he's gonna put his butt cheeks. He's gonna clap Mihawk. It's gonna be. And he's gonna be like the next greatest fucking pirate of all time. And then it's gonna be like, but Sanji, what about the all blue? He's gonna, bro,
Fuck the
the
all
all
blue. I'm
blue.
the greatest
No.
swordsman alive.
It's gonna be like, the all blue was the friends we made along the way, and then that's
so
how the
fucking
story's gonna
dumb.
end. I know, right? It's gonna be so
So good,
dope.
so good.
No, but
I do
realistically,
definitely think that Zoro has to do some shit where he has to go near death because of what we saw with King, with the whole like hellish specter type thing or the like demon thing he was watching. I don't know if that was the sword, his hockey, or whatever. But I feel like
it's
there
probably
has
a
to be
mixture.
something where he has to like reach very close to death, if not death already. Because
Yeah, it has to be a mixture of probably the sword and his like this.
cause he has the highest durability, right? He's the one that's been pushed to the brink the most in terms of like pushing his body and all that. And
He
I
doesn't
feel
have the
like
highest durability though.
okay, you can say whatever you want about the water fusion. That's just gay.
Luffy does.
Look, 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 look,
Luffy has the highest
look.
durability.
Luffy's made of rubber.
Hey, I
Luffy's a
did not
cheater.
see Zoro get fucking bunked in the top of the head by the fucking Thunderbog with like
You know,
8
you wanna know
times.
why? You wanna know why?
Knocked off
You
the.
wanna know why? Well,
Don't say that dumb shit. Don't say that dumb shit.
esquivo derecha.
Oh yeah, you dodged right hand. All right, yeah.
Esquivo
All right,
derecha. Just like that.
all right. Listen, bro. There's no fucking way. There's no goddamn chance. All right, there's just no chance. There's no chance whatsoever that Zoro has higher durability than. That's just not true.
See,
Luffy was getting absolutely abused.
We need this. This is actually just Frankie fucking around. But we,
Bro.
we need this.
Yo, take him over. Can you imagine? That'd be so fun. But I don't see any of the Straw Hats dying. If one of them did die, like for it to make sense for one of them to die, it would have to be Usopp.
Like that.
We're not gonna eat the food reserves.
I mean, obviously, if you gave me a choice, obviously, you already know. You know what I'm saying? It's just in case the road to laughter is turbulent. Just go ahead and make this boy go monster boy and have food. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that's besides. Like, I say Usopp just because of like the whole bravery aspect of his character and the fact that he hasn't done shit for so fucking long. Like, if his character culminated in a story where he sacrifices himself for the crew and like this huge dramatic like build up death, and he becomes known as a great warrior of the sea and extremely brave like pirate like throughout history because of that, then I could see Usopp being the one to die. I still don't think any of them will, but if one of them did, I think it would make the most sense for Usopp to.
What if we replace him for Sogeking?
Replace who for Sogeking?
Usopp.
Dude, Sogeking's not coming back into the story because the story's culminating somewhat soon. So then we got to consider the fact that if we bring back Sogeking, the story is then cut in half 40 years. We can't have that. We want more One Piece. We can't have Sogeking come in here, get rid of
clap everybody and dip.
Yeah,
that's
literally.
not a
Just
story.
like clap everybody dip.
Comes
like,
in the war arc, right? Reveals his true identity, and then we have the final battle between Sogeking and Luffy. Not because Sogeking wants to be the Pirate King, or because Luffy disagrees with Sogeking, but because Sogeking wants to measure himself up, wants to see how Luffy measures up against him.
Do you remember at the very end of GT when Zoro rolls up on Kame house and he has a sparring session with Krillin? Do you remember
I
that?
do remember that. I remember that actually.
Okay,
That's a
so
very
if you
vivid
remember,
memory.
so if you remember that, then you must also remember what are you doing fighting Krillin? You're a god now, right? So then that would be the equivalent of Luffy versus Sogeking. Of course, Sogeking Goku and Luffy being Krillin, right? It would not be fair whatsoever. It would not be fun. It would not be funny. Don't even think about doing that ever again. Like
Sogeking is at the One Piece.
Sogeking is the One Piece. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we
Yeah.
ended now.
Yeah. Sogeking
that's about right.
is
Yeah,
the fucking One
dub
Piece.
right there.
All right.
That's
Sogeking is the One Piece. He is the One Piece. All right. Now, but realistically, like with the way that things are in the story, I'm trying to think of in what order things will be. I'm thinking, are we still in Egghead? We're still in Egghead.
We're still in Egghead.
Right.
I feel like because 100% before we get to the war arc, we have to do something. We have to upgrade the Straw Hats that are lagging behind. Either that or they die. One of the two. Because if we go to the war, right, we're not. There's no space for the pussyfooting around that they do, like they did in Wano, where they were just running around being chased by random Big Mom shit.
Yeah,
Like
it's just
Usopp's gonna fight, Nami's gonna fight, Chopper's gonna fight. There's no time to be
Wait.
running around and doing all this shit. You feel me?
But considering the fact that the entirety of the One Piece story has taken place in like, I don't know, 3 days, we could have like the war arc be the arc where they level up.
Okay, I feel like that's kind of weird too. At the same
It
time,
is weird, but
like how do you level up
where
mid
are you gonna
war?
level them up prior?
I feel like Egghead has to give them like some super boost because Nami, it makes perfect sense that if Egghead goes and he upgrades her weather tech, that's perfectly fine. She already has Zeus, but maybe she can make more Zeuses. That'd be cool, I guess.
It's just
Right.
Nah.
Egghead is also a real big genius, so he might be able to like bounce off some ideas with Chopper so that they can genetically, whatever the fuck that shit, right? His monster points or his other points and stuff like that. That's
Dude,
perfectly fine there.
if I was, bro, if I was Vegapunk, the last thing I would want to do is talk to Chopper's garbage ass, bro. Like, if I was Vegapunk, the last thing I would want to do is talk to this fucking plushie, right? Like, I just like get that shit out of my face, bro. It's like, shut the fuck up. Who asked you, little bitch? Get out of here with that nonsense.
Why is your food reserves clothed?
Yeah, like what's going on? Like, I get you're trying to keep it nice and stress free, but nah. No, thank you.
Then Frankie, I feel like if he doesn't give him like some outward, like just some broken tech off rip, he should give him some like ability or tools to like make things faster. Maybe like an
Frankie for
assembly
sure,
line type
yeah.
thing.
Usopp needs something as well. Give Usopp some shit.
Yeah, Usopp, give him an Iron Man suit, please.
Yeah, bro. With,
he could use it. I think he could appreciate something like that.
100% give him like the Hellbat suit, and then just let him go off.
Bro, I would have been completely okay if they gave Usopp like a suit.
If they gave him a German suit,
yeah, why not?
I'd be okay with that.
Like, it would have been so fucking funny if Sanji just throw his fix that shit up. It's not just like, I hate this shit. This shit's garbage. Throws it out the window.
That would be so fucking funny if he picked it up, didn't tell anybody, and then he like fucked with it so that the Sogeking mask pops out.
Like him and Frankie are working out in the background to like fucking like fixing it up and shit. That shit would be crazy.
He's like Sogeking 2.0.
I'm of the opinion that you don't need to give Brooke shit. Brooke is a warrior.
No, Brooke's fine.
Right?
Brooke's
fine.
Chilling,
Brooke's
bro.
fine.
When's Brooke ever had an issue?
As far as Brooke is concerned, I feel like if we want to get super metal with the show, Brooke just starts taking the souls of the dead like soldiers and he starts making his own like army. But I doubt Oda would do that.
Oh, you're trying to bring some Sung Ying Woo shit out of
Yeah, that's what I think. But
Rise.
Arise.
Right. That's what I would see from if they want to give a power up to my boy Brooke. But Brooke really doesn't need anything. I feel like he's fine where he's at. He's at a good level to where he can hold his own, and he can 100% take out the fodder and also the fairly high level. Not like saying he'd take out Emu, but like he can hold himself against Big Mom, and he's only getting stronger.
Yeah, Brooke is completely fine. Robin is on the weaker side, but I think she's fine as well.
I think got a little devil thing that's good. That's
weaker,
good
but she's not a weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jinbei's fine. Jinbei is fine, bro. Jinbei does not need help. Like Jinbei,
Brick Fist. Those hands?
When he
The
does
son
fight
of the
somebody,
sea.
he usually mid-dips people. Like you remember when he fought Who's Who? He just literally
Also,
shouldered through his ass.
the thing about Jinbei is he also has battle IQ. He's pretty smart, right? So
Yeah, he's smart.
he's
Yeah.
not gonna go into a full on fight with like fucking I don't know Kizaru or some shit and just
Yeah.
lose, right? He's gonna be like, I'm gonna take you because you lose this fight, right? And if anything, ocean water, eat it.
Ocean water, have some. Right? Yeah,
To make
realistically.
counter.
Realistically, now that I think about it, the only real desperately power-ups are
These three.
Usopp, Chopper. No, Nami does not need power-ups. She has Zeus.
Zeus is the ultimate power up.
Bro, Zeus is broken. Zeus is
Okay.
legitimately.
Okay, at any point in time, Zeus has to like you have to reason with Zeus. You feel me? And Big Mom could just take Zeus back or fuck with him or some shit.
No, she can't. Not
She
anymore.
can't?
Not anymore. Because she took him back in Wano, remember? And then Zeus came back to.
Yeah, Zeus has free will, like Haiki.
Yeah.
And what if we kill
Zeus-
Big Mom? What happens?
I
And then
mean,
she dies.
Zeus?
I think.
Zeus?
I think. No. I think.
No,
I
no,
think,
it's-
yeah.
The
There.
soul stay.
The soul stay. The soul stay.
I
Oh,
think
think-
what's her name? Boa Hancock kind of hard confirmed that when she said like, "Oh, if you kill me, the statues stay statues forever,"
Right. Yeah.
which
So-
implies they would be no different for Big Mom and her souls.
which is interesting.
I mean,
Interesting.
maybe. I mean, I feel like that's like a thing for Boa's thing because she just turns you to stone, right? There's no like on-off like thing that
Well,
she has to be
Not
stuck
off
with.
for what's her face either. She just
But what I'm saying is like,
implants a soul.
well, I'm thinking about it in terms of what we did with Moria, right? With the shadow thing, where we beat the shit out of him. Now his shadows come back, right? The souls come back or whatever. But I can understand where you're going from, where you're coming from with that.
But at the same time, it's like if at some point, which he did, like Zeus said, "Fuck I'm Nami," like Big Mom could have literally, like, if she could just extract the soul, she could have just literally been like, "Give me that shit back!" Like, fuck you. Now you're.
There's no reason for Big Mom to let Zeus not be with her.
Yeah, literally. So like he could, like, there's no reason to not do it. So like, I'm pretty sure he's just his own right now, just with me. And honestly, he's probably gonna get upgrades. He's probably gonna get upgrades, and when he does get upgrades, then you're gonna have a big ass fucking cloud flying around above everybody, just blasting lightning.
How do you give Zeus an upgrade though?
I feel like you would have to do
you
with the
give him-
weather eggs that Nami used before.
Oh yeah, those things.
Somehow like an
You-
upgraded version of that.
You give him more cloud,
Mm.
right? You just make him more him.
Oh,
Like,
bro.
Vegapunk
You know how
probably has
insane
some
it
crazy
would
weather
be?
technology.
You know how insane it would be? She's working with Frankie and Usopp and all that, and then she just summons the large like thunder cloud that just cascades darkness across the entire warfield.
That would be insane.
That would be dope.
No, you know, even doper. Through the cloud comes down, and yo,
Oh no! We get
lightning,
Pluton.
lightning comes down. No.
Now
Listen,
check.
Pay attention. No, you check it. Check this out, right? So, you know, Zeus doing his thing. He's blasting lightning. This and the third. Like, damn, Zeus is really annoying. And then a lightning bolt 80 times bigger than whatever the fuck Zeus was fucking doing comes down. And Nami's like, what the fuck? When can you do that shit? And Zeus is like, I can't. And then my boy comes through. Final war. Let's go, baby. From the all day.
From
all
the
day.
moon. Moon piece.
Moon.
Dude, I just and that's coming back. I'm copium all
Yes.
the way, bro.
No, there's no copium. This is a reality. We gotta make it a.
Dog, because if Fennel doesn't come back, like I quit. I quit One Piece.
Oh, it's like that.
I said that.
Quits One Piece in the very last chapter because you're waiting for him to come back.
If Oda announces this is the final chapter and Enel isn't on the cover page, I'm gone.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You literally just saw the whole story. Like,
This is what Lewis
Yeah.
wants the cover page to be. He wants this as the cover page.
God and
Hey, don't you?
No,
hey, bro,
I want Bon
Don't we
Clay.
all?
I want Bon Clay on the cover page.
you want Bonka, dude? I definitely Bonka back. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I need him back.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's not dead or anything. I think
No,
coming
he's
back.
chilling.
No, he was confirmed alive.
How is he confirmed?
He's confirmed alive.
By the people in Impel Down, no?
Yeah. They said he's like somewhere. Bonka is such a.
But look. We get Pluton or whatever the legendary ship is called, right? We pull up. We're over the clouds, right? Because Nami cascades Zeus, right? So that she can go and get that little fog of war going on. Luffy jumps down, teams up with Blackbeard, and we're good. I'm kidding.
Bruh.
And then Crocodile announces that he's Luffy's mom, and we're done.
That was so Luffy's mom. You know what? The theories for those go real hard.
They really do go really hard.
I hate that shit. I really dislike it. It's like, fuck off. Shit doesn't make any fucking sense.
I love
It's
how
like,
much time they put into it.
what I'm trying to figure out is where the fuck did that even come from?
Well, no, it's an offshoot of the theory that Crocodile's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but like, how do you go from he's a woman to, you know what?
Me.
He's Luffy's
You
mom.
get me in the
Mom.
comment section just going, "Heh, he's Luffy's mom." Just being a dickhead all day.
Because the him being a woman one has like a very interesting amount of like little things going for it.
Mm-hmm.
I can forgive that one. Like
Because there's lots of ways that people can become like what's that punk like? Fuck, what's his name? Ivankov can just do that for you.
Well, yeah, because the whole thing was like Ivankov was like, "Hey, I'll tell everybody your secret," and it's like, what secret could Crocodile be so upset about Ivankov potentially? It was like, oh right,
He likes men.
he could have been a bitch, but it's at the same time, it's like, don't make. That's just absolutely so dumb.
Luffy's
There's
mom
dumber than
definitely
this
not. But also, well, Oda also did say we met Luffy's mom.
Yeah.
Also, there's like there was one thing where when everybody sees Roger's execution, Crocodile's the only one that's facing away from the camera. You only see like the back of his head. And when Oda drew Crocodile as a female, like just as like one of those meme things, looked a lot like the same silhouette as when he was facing away.
Bro, stop this nonsense.
Do you know how funny that show would be? If Oda, that's the one like Oda's like, no, I came up with all my own shit, right? Like I didn't look at any Reddit post. That one Reddit post I did. I stole that one.
Absolutely insane.
I
I
would,
believe.
dude, if that shit happened, 10 out of 10, One Piece, 10 out of 10, 10 piece.
One piece of Yogo.
I think it'd be fun if Crocodile was a woman, but him being Luffy's mom was a bit
I'd
quicker.
find that so hilarious. You don't know how funny that would be, dude. I'd be laughing all fucking day. Every time anybody ever brings up One Piece in a conversation in 2045 when it's over, right? They'll be like, damn, wasn't One Piece great? Like, right, but that was Luffy's mom.
They usually say 2025, bro.
2045, I said.
Oh, okay. I heard 2025. I'm like, One Piece is gonna be over in 2 years. That's wild.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
he's
man.
cranking out those chapters nasty next year, dude. You know?
Bro.
That's John's One Piece. John's One Piece ends next year.
Yeah, I mean, shit, my One Piece is missing characters, so yeah. My One Piece doesn't have the full Lego setup with Blackbeard included.
Mine's only missing one character.
Who's this
Bro.
one character?
My One Piece isn't real until fuck comes back.
Until who?
And Nell comes back.
Ah, pobrecito.
That's my One Piece. We have the same One Piece.
That's the only One Piece I need. That's the only one. Listen, bro. We need a One Piece game. We need a Cyber Connect 2 One Piece game, like straight up out of the Storm series.
Actually, that's
Like-
very funny that you said that, because at the moment there's hardcore theories that they're making a Jump Force 2, but like instead they're fixing it to where it's more like the Storm games. So it would be Jump Stars, where it's like, basically Ninja Storm, but with all the characters in Shonen Jumps.
Yeah, me in there. Take my money. We in there.
Take all the dough. Every last ounce.
That would be so fun. And I want every variation of. I want Kid Naruto. I want Naruto. I want Minato getting stabbed through the nail. I want let me get I want Foxy Luffy with the afro and the fucking boxing gloves. I want what's the one? I want Sanji being able to beat up. I want
Nah, sorry, can't have that one. Sorry, you fucked it up there. We
you
almost had it. We almost had it.
Okay, you see, I want Kid Vegeta. I want
There's a roster that people like leaked. That
what to be garbage. To be an ugly ass garbage ass
roster. What's like the best roster ever?
If it's the best roster ever, then I'm.
Let's see. All I remember was from Black Clover. The only person that they took was Asta for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That was the only roster. That's like I
Bro,
remember there
honestly, I
was
think
only
Hey,
Black
someone there.
Clover
you
has
know what?
enough characters to fund its own
You
fighting
know
game.
what, bro? A lot of people hate on Jump Force, but you know what I'll say? What I'll say that I really, really liked?
What?
A rarity, and I'm very happy that they did it. Kurapika was in the
Kurapika's
Kurapika was good?
Kurapika was in the game, and you know what? He was base roster. I think he was base roster. I think Kurapika was base roster. I might be bullshitting. I know for a fact he was. I think he was base roster. Yup. Look at him. Kurapika was in that fucking.
I really wish I could play Jump Force right now.
You can.
I can't.
You can.
I can't buy it. Can't touch it.
I own it.
Sí, pero tú no me lo das y tú eres mala gente.
Nah, well, I own it on my. It's in my PS4.
Well, tú no eres mala gente. Eso es lo que pasa.
Currently residing in there.
I
Tú no
mean, shit.
entendiste. Tú no invitas gente.
Kurapika.
And then I have to go and get my ass beat by you. So, what's it going
Yeah.
on this
You don't have to. You don't have to play.
That's
You
a
don't
Who am I
have
gonna
to
play with? Who am I gonna play with? Who am I gonna play with?
Yeah. I took Jump Force to your house one time. You didn't.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Ah.
I took Jump Force to your house one time.
Bro, John Fake News Morgan.
I 100% took Jump Force to your house one time. I remember because I was showing you support.
Be careful you don't take it again. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, I mean, you got to steal my whole ass PS4.
You
They'll
don't
be
know
like,
what I
yeah,
do.
here.
You don't know what I do. You don't know how I get down.
So you legitimately can't
No,
buy it online.
You can't buy it online. The best thing you could do is pirate it, but then now I gotta.
But
go
you can't buy it through like the regular PlayStation store.
Nope, it's taken off the PlayStation stores. It's taken off all
That
that shit.
is
You could
wild.
probably you 100% find it online somewhere, but the reason that they took it down was because like it takes a lot of licenses in order for them to have games like that in terms of like music. So like if they wanted Bleach's theme, they wanted Ichigo's main theme, they have to pay like a license every certain amount of years or whatever, and if the game's not making enough money, then they just toss that out. Most fighting games like Storm and all that, they make enough money for them to actually pay for those licenses. But Jump Force was like, sorry, buddy, this $60 is apparently tight for some people.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, man. Hey, could have been. Hey, that what happened. Hisoka was in that bitch too.
Yeah, the pedophile.
Yeah. Oh, whoa.
That's what he is.
Whoa. Come on, dude. Alright, so here's the thing.
I really like the JoJo's in Jump Force. That should
Bro, they had
really
Yu-Gi-Oh
good.
in Jump Force. They had
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
right. They had my boy Yugi Moto.
They had Yugi in that bitch, bro. That shit was crazy as fuck. He was busted season 1.
Was he?
Yeah, because he was a keep away character.
As he should be, bro. Busted.
Disgustingly busted. And I think he used to summon like his dragon when he awakened and shit. It was super annoying. You know who was stupidly busted in that game? Ichigo. Ichigo would go into his stupid ass Horn of Salvation mode, and it was literally so absolutely disgustingly busted in fucking sense. Because like all of his Getsuga potentials was just all he were so fucking busted. They would literally come out frame 1 and they would just appear on your character, and they would take up most of the screen, so they would be hard to. Oh yeah, Aizen was busted as hell too.
God damn, why did this game fail?
It was actually really fun. It was actually really fun.
I want to Jump Force 2.
It did fail.
It was actually really.
I wasn't into the fighting games like that back in that time. So
It's a different. It's an arena
interest.
fighter. It's an arena fighter. It's not like a traditional fighting game, obviously, but it's like the Naruto Storm games and Jump Force, for example. Well, they're considered arena.
It makes no sense to me that Xenoverse can have 2-3 games, fuck ton of DLC, all this bullshit, and Jump Force can't get another game. Can't even keep their one game.
I thought it was gonna be really popular just because it has so many characters from so many different series. You have characters from series that like nobody knows anything about, like Dai, right?
Fist of the North Star was in there too, yeah.
Yeah, you had Kenshiro in that bitch. Pop him up.
Oh, and my boy Pepperoni Kenshin.
That's right. That was before. Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, Kenshin was something different. Look up Jump Force Ultimates and shit. I don't know if we can we actually watch that?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think if they can't keep the game on the store, I don't think we can watch them on YouTube.
That makes no fucking sense. It's a game. Stop it. How are you gonna?
Nah, bro, it'd be like that sometimes.
All right, whatever. Just look at gifts. Yo, Kenshin used to be clean. Look. That move used to be so busted. He used to like appear behind you and shit. It was a fast ass move. Oh man, I used to have a Kenshin team actually. It was
Really?
Kenshin, Rukia, and somebody else.
He had the Rook in there.
God
Yeah,
damn.
I had Rukia in that bitch because she had like a really busted support ability, which you just freeze your ass hella long range.
Oh, just for the free?
That's really nasty. Yeah, that's the one. That's actually the one right there. Yeah, that's her ultimate. Like a that shit was crazy.
That should look great.
Bruh. It was great. It was really fun
Not
to
great
play.
enough.
Apparently, not great enough, Lewis. Indeed.
It was really, really fun.
Oh, look at this fake ass move.
Fun enough.
Fake ass
And I
move.
stopped playing. I stopped playing before they pulled out a bunch of DLC. Like they had Jorichi DLC. They had.
So you're about to say Joe
DLC.
Rogan.
No,
The
that would've been
ultimate
hilarious.
anime.
Here was definitely DLC. I don't remember. They had Metal in that bitch too, by the way.
Oh, Merum?
Yeah, they had Metal in that bitch.
And he
Guess
gets to one shot everybody, right?
Look up the entire Jump Force complete roster. Because they had a lot of characters. A lot of characters.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
So we
So,
have, you know,
so
the
this is the
base
base.
ones.
Yeah, the base ones. You know,
Oh,
Sabo was in the
ha, ha, ha.
base. Yeah.
That's actually the most we ever seen of Blackbeard's kit.
He was actually busted. Gara was in that bitch, you know, the
Oh,
base one.
Taguro, that's cool.
Yeah, you had to go in that bitch, you know, you had
Shiro,
that.
neat. Oh, dude. I've never seen fucking
Yeah.
Sentai Warriors, but goddamn.
Oh yeah. Call this shit. Saint Seiya.
Saint Seiya, that was it.
Yeah.
Real Saber, who's that?
From some, I think he's from Golden.
He's from Fist?
No idea. It's an Anime City Hunter.
Yeah, I've never seen that shit. Looks pretty. So
Story
yeah, these are story
characters.
characters. Nobody cares about that. Let's look at like
Rumored
DLC.
Jump Force release characters.
Let's just look up DLC.
One second.
Weird that they only showed the base roster.
Yeah. Updated October 21st, 2021. So yeah, we got Kaiba.
Yeah, Kaiba, of course.
Bis-
You know, you got
Biscuit.
that's a
Blue
waste
Eyes
of a
White
slot.
Dragon.
I'm sorry, but that's a waste of a slot. Bisky?
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
That's I mean, yeah, bro. Like, who gives a fuck?
Oh, I
Like,
thought you meant like your cat. Oh, no, I thought you
out
meant
of all the
like
Hunter characters, like,
I would have.
Did they have Hisoka? They had Hisoka in there. Right?
yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Hisoka's
he was
in
in the
there.
base roster. You got All Might.
Who would you take
Yeah.
from Hunter x Hunter? Did they have
Oh,
Chrollo?
Kite would be
No,
fun.
they never had Chrollo.
Chrollo would have been a good one.
Chrollo would have been a good one. Kite would have been a good
Kai
one.
would have been interesting.
Um,
Kai would have been actually the dopest.
Phaeton, you could have had Phaeton in that bitch. Also from the
Let's have the finance room.
You could have had Kilo's uncle or Kilo's
boy,
dad.
you could
That
have
would've been
thrown
dope.
my boy Leorio in that bitch. The fuck?
Oh, Bakugo, that's dope. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, Bakugo was in that bitch. All Might as well.
That feels like a waste
Cool.
of a slot too. I don't really care for him.
Yeah, out of all, like,
Why does this? Why does
Was
this?
Broly in there?
no,
Probably
more
not.
Broly. I don't think so.
Oh, there you go, dude. I think people prefer Broly over Boo.
Why does his render look so ass here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, tell me Madara was like the meanest guy.
I don't know. I didn't play it when the DLC was.
Get
So,
this,
I had no
get
idea.
this dude out of here. Get this dude
Who
the fuck out of here.
Toshido hits guy in
Toshio
Jump
out of
Force.
here. Yeah, oh, I was about to say, get my nigga Chica Shocks in here.
Yeah,
Hey, yo.
what's up, Grim Joe?
I thought these were the same character before I read that.
How dare you? How dare you disrespect? Grim Joe?
Oh,
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
Law?
Trafalgar
Su-
D.
pseudo flipping
Waterloo.
someone off.
Do you
Let's
guys get
go.
to win?
Let's go, Pirate Jump Force. Yeah, Todoroki, which is
Oh, Meruem, yeah, he's
Meruem King,
He,
the literal king. He ate.
oh, they knew
Yo-
exactly
yo,
what they
it-
did here.
Yeah, they did. They were like, you know what? Fuck it, the game's dying. And then they had
Giorno.
Giorno titty out.
Oh, that was it. Jordan was their last.
Giorno
one?
was the last one. That's fitting.
Fair.
That's pretty fitting.
Yeah, because he just did what's it called? God, what's the name of his Gold
Gold
Experience
Requiem?
Requiem? So the game never actually died. It just infinitely was barely done.
Yeah.
There was
I
there was
wish that
another
the case.
there was another anime name that was it was a bit older. Something All Stars.
Anime.
Just look up Anime All Stars game. Was it this one? Nah, that's not it.
Janky, so no.
That's not it. That's not it. It was something All Stars. But it was pretty cool. It was like the Jump Force before Jump. This is not it. Was it All Stars? It might have been something else. Look up most popular anime games. This is interesting.
We're about to see some dating sims.
Yeah, for sure. We might see some gacha games, Loki. Yeah, we're about to see some.
Anime games 2023.
I mean, sure. It's not gonna show us
Genshin.
Genshin.
Final Fantasy definitely not.
That's not.
Battle Chef Forget. That's how you know they're scraping the bottom of the barrel right there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, Phoenix, right? Hey, popping
Yeah,
off.
that boy, he had the finger. He was like,
I
Bro.
mean, when you got it, you got it. You feel me? Right? When
Yeah.
you're at the top,
What's
you're
the
the top.
difference? What's
Right?
the difference between Persona 5 and Royale?
They add a bit more story. There's a different more. There's different ultimates and stuff like that, and some shit like that. I forgot, but
That's
basically that.
cool.
And they add a new character.
Okay. Is it still a $60 one? Because, like, I mean, that
Oh,
looks
maybe
like
not right now. That was
oh,
a
okay.
while ago.
what's
The
this?
greatest.
$70
Damn, Ace Attorney popping off in 2020.
I don't know who the fuck this is. Fucking
That's the Ace Attorney, bro.
get this Dragon Quest bullshit out of
Dragon
here. Fucking
Quest,
ruining anime.
Nino Kuni. I never played.
You know, I saw
Who's the
Nino
Dragon
Kuni
Quest
videos
player?
back in the day. It looked good.
Who's the Dragon
Hunter
Quest
Hunter.
player?
Hunter Hunter.
Fuck that guy. Fuck Dragon
Oh yeah,
Quest.
that hunter. Lord. He played the fuck out of Dragon Quest.
Get this out of here. Goodbye. No, this list is shit. This list is shit. I don't know what the fuck they're
I
talking
mean,
about.
I mean,
They
it
put
already
Z-
had a bunch of games. That
they,
shit
they,
about.
they put Xenoverse 2 in here.
You
Best
could've-
game ever. Nah, get the
You
fuck
could,
out of
you
here.
could, you couldn't tell it was shit when you started seeing shit like
When I saw
Dragon.
Brigade Chef, I was like, maybe the Brigade Chef might be crazy. Xenoverse 2, get the fuck out of here. Z Fighters,
Dragon
okay, that's cool. That's clean.
Fair.
I didn't hear great things about this one.
Yeah, that's crazy. Digimon. That looks like Digimon.
That's
Okay.
not Digimon. How dare you?
It looked like it.
There you. This is the one I was looking for.
Dating
There we go.
simulator.
There we go. Doki Doki
Doki
Literature
Doki
Club.
Literature Club.
Okay,
Plus.
Doki.
Ooh. Danganronpa. I actually want to play games
I
because
never heard about this.
You never heard about Danganronpa?
No,
it has anime too. It has an anime.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
never heard of
That
that
is
one,
pretty
though.
huge. Storm game, of course.
Of course, Storm. You know.
The Storm game.
Storm Connections, actually.
Specifically, Full Burst Storm 3 is like fuck everything else.
God damn.
That's funny.
10 best anime games that are larger than life. Okay, we'll
Doki Doki again.
Doki Doki's up in that bitch. Bro.
Yo, the Doki Doki Sweet.
Doki Doki right next to Fighter Z, bro. Doki Doki don't go fuck.
They
That's
bought
crazy.
it. Fighter Z, I'll give that one to them. Never heard of this one.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's
And I was like the Seven Deadly Sins for a second.
Astro
Astro
Chain, I
Chain.
heard was pretty cool. It was kind of like Persona-ish style combat, and you also get to take over like these demon things, and you're police. It's weird, but it's cool.
interesting.
You're the Popo, you're the Fuzz, bro.
Yeah, 9
What's
hours,
this?
9 persons, 9 doors.
I
Sounds
should've
like an interesting title.
9999999.
This
Nine,
is
nine,
made by
nine.
the same studio as Persona. I only played a demo of it once. I didn't like it, but I feel
Oh no, I heard
Of Catherine?
You know, interesting fact. The first time I ever like clicked on a Rooster Teeth video was a Catherine playthrough
That's actually kind of cool.
in like 2014 or something. This came out a long time ago.
No, that one's an old game.
Mhm. This one, I'll give it to him just because I feel like I didn't play it good enough. This is not an anime game, but it's a W.
You liked it? Did you enjoy
You're
it?
a big Fire Emblem guy?
It was really fucking good. I've never played any of the other Fire Emblems, but Luis convinced me to get 3 houses just because he thought it was cool, and I really liked it because it has kind of that Persona style. There's a time frame for like everything. Like you have, I think, a year before they hit a time skip, and like there's a Great War arc, right? So basically,
Oh wow! Like actual real life or like in the game?
in the game, you have an in-game.
I was about to say.
No,
damn.
No, that
that's
was about to be
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, 1 year.
Dude, that shit would have been hard for me.
Prepare.
Dude, you didn't even
That's
know.
like a hard what?
That would actually be a really good gacha game, if at all, because the way that this game works is that each of these houses they have like I think maybe like 10 or 15 people, right, for each place, right? So they go to this academy where they're all supposed to learn, mingle, and become like great friends. So you have your mages, you have
Yeah.
your swordsmen, you have all your tanks and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So your thing is you go and befriend these people, and then you can take people from other houses to go join yours because you're best friends or whatever, and you min max and you become like a great house.
That's cool.
Then there's a crazy time skip where all these people from the academy, they go from being best friends to going into a straight war. Everybody's killing each other, right? And because of some dark power or whatever the fuck. And then like it becomes like a real quick, oh, did you get the strongest dude? Oh, if not, you're fucked. Now all your people are gonna
Oh,
die because this
yeah.
dude
Damn.
actually he became a great grand dark mage, right? So it was cool. It was cool. It was fun, and you can pick each of the main character, whichever one that you want to put main. I played this one, and I believe this one, right? And the story changes depending on who you pick because they all have different perspectives on how you see the war. So this one, he's like really, he's kind of like the Sasuke of the story, where he has like a kind of a dark past and all that. And if you don't pick him, he becomes like he becomes Hitler. Like I promise you, he
Oh
becomes Hitler.
wow.
Oh,
He's
like that.
like he's
It's
a
like
good
that.
guy. He's like the most like he's the most like
Oh, he's
recto
a
with
good
the
guy. He's just a
rules.
little bit of like Hitler.
He's the most recto with the rules. Like, oh, you have to follow the rules. You have to be a good guy. You have to be a good knight. All
Wow.
this stuff. Pre-time skip, post-time skip. He's just throwing n-words out everywhere, bro.
Whoa, dude.
He's crazy, dude. Post-time
God
skip,
damn. Yeah,
actually insane.
I mean, he is on his Aryan race shit. I can see him from here, but like, I got,
Dude,
god damn.
it's so funny because nicest guy, all
You
inclusive,
know,
feels bad for everybody. Like if you have like a party and like he's only allowed to bring a certain amount of people, he apologizes to everybody. He's like, I'm so sorry, I couldn't invite you. There were so many things I could do.
oh yeah.
Great kid, great
So,
kid.
so
Love
he,
him.
so he's either the nicest guy of all time or the
Or Hitler.
all time. You know what, dude? That's crazy.
The
But you know,
duality of man,
but
bro.
imagine how crazy it would have been.
The having like an actual a whole year where you have to collect these things. To
No,
get
no, no,
dailies
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
shit.
And then like literally, like like real life time is like in. So like it's going through, and then like the you have like specific events, specific wars and shit happen that year. Then the next year of peace. You know what I'm saying? Like so you have
Dude.
your little fucking like your little gacha fucking type like slice
gotta
of
remember
life,
peace.
like a little slice of life type gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It would be crazy.
I think
And then
we
you can
should
never
write that down.
replay. You can never replay. Like you can never get items from none of the events, none of that crazy
It's
shit
a
from.
very stagnant
Yeah.
storyline. You gotta continue. Sorry, you didn't get that character. This is where they're at in
Yeah.
that history.
So then,
Dude,
like niggas have like collectibles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
write
like
that
oh,
down. Write
oh,
that down. We're sending that again to Mihoyo.
Mihoyo, yeah. So let's like Mihoyo, make this shit happen.
We're
You
sending
know,
that
people
right now.
I mean, they have infinite money, bro. They can do
This
it.
this game.
imagine,
Go ahead.
imagine like a fucking like. So a huge boss fight happens, right? And then you have characters. You know what I'm saying? Oh, these characters are against this boss. But if you played year 1, month 2, specifically that one side quest that allowed you to this character onto your team, you are able to get so many more points than everybody else. That shit would be
I would
hilarious.
fuck with that, dude.
You get to win.
The really interesting part of this combat too is it's not like just straight turn based like that. Like it has a little bit of like a war game strategy type thing where they give
Right.
you like a giant field with like hexagons, right? So you have to position your troops in the right spot because if you put them in the wrong locations, you might just end up with some dead characters and you can't get your characters back.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that would be
That-
actually a dope gotcha game.
That would be insane.
Yo, anybody who sees this video, know we made it first. When Genshin
Mhm.
comes out, when Mihoyo comes out with Crazy War Arc 4, we
Yeah,
made that shit.
We made that shit.
It was
We
a-
made that shit.
They
Pay us
saw-
royalties.
We're copywriting that shit right now.
Actually, talking about royalties, we've never brought this up on the podcast, but it's something I talked to John about a while ago. I don't know what the state of it is now, but the creators of D&D
Oh
Yeah.
tried that shit was wild to me.
The
So-
Wild West for a second there.
So yeah, for the premise at the point in time, I don't know what it is like now. I don't know if they like talk.
They went back on it.
They went back. Yeah, I mean it makes sense because they were literally trying to basically be like for example, like what was that podcast that you guys watched? The
Critical Role.
Yeah.
right, Critical Role. So I don't remember, bro. I forget specifically what they did to them, but like they basically said it's like, hey, every time you use, even though Critical Role is completely its own entity, like they're literally just
Yeah,
they're
they have their
basically-
own storyline. They basically use for the majority, they use most of their own stuff. They just use
They-
the game system.
they basically said, hey, you use this game system. Guess what? You gotta pay us.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking pay us.
a
For shit.
Dude,
Crazy
it got
amount.
leaked. They had little sweetheart deals behind the corner. Like before the whole thing was gonna drop, they went up to Critical Role specifically like, hey, yo, you still gotta pay us.
But we'll
But if you
let it
sign this
slide.
contract, well, you have to pay a little less.
Yeah.
so ridiculous.
It's
And you know what's
actually go on.
the craziest thing is, like, if you've noticed, anybody that plays a video game and streams, or or like any sort of game whatsoever, and they have their own like they're the ones there. Like, for example, for example, Asmongold plays. I mean, he plays WoW. He plays a lot of different games, but the fact of the matter is, most of the people are there for him. He's the personality, and he's the reason. Same shit with Critical Role, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're there because of the story that these people have built, right? These characters have built, and this, that, and the third. So it's transformative content. So it's not, you can't really use copyright as an excuse to like do this shit. But they still did. They said, "Fuck that shit. I don't play my game."
It's crazy because the story is completely original, and for the most part, like, they throw the rules out when they need to, right? If the
Right.
guy, the DM making the story, he's just like, you know what, I don't like that this is like this, I can just throw that out. But the
Right.
fact that you have my game system in your thing, now you gotta owe me money. That's crazy. Which is actually dividing the community a little bit right now because people are kind of scrambling. Like, the deal's better now, but they don't want that to happen ever again. So people are making their own game systems, including Critical Role. They're trying to create their own system to just circumvent that ever happening again.
Yeah, so they're not even giving them the chance to pull this shit again.
Which could be the end of like D&D being like the main staple. I mean, it's still a staple name, but like Critical Role has the fan base of like most D&D players, so they could if they wanted to switch out, they could switch out for like a fat minute.
Fuck it, why not? I'm sure it'll be. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't do it, especially if it's like, let's not pretend like the D&D rule system and all this other bullshit. Like, it maybe it is confusing if you're like a beginner, but they've been for so long, they probably already have ideas of things that they want to do anyway. So like, maybe they already had an idea. It was like, hey, maybe in the future, it's like, now we're fine with this. But after that, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's commit to it. Why not? You know?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they were working on something in the back burner for a while, but like this gave them the chutzpah to be like, you know
Exactly,
what? Nah,
yeah.
double down.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, that's so scummy. Like, dude, like
It's also like so obviously stupid. Like, you're gonna get screwed at like the community is not gonna like that, and the community is what D&D is.
Yeah, literally. Like, come on, bro. It's so scummy. There's no reason.
It's short-sighted. That's the word.
Very short-sighted, because it's not they're acting like the game itself is the reason why Critical Role became so famous, and it's like, no, it's the people and the story that they were able to construct, and like the people that were able to reach, right? Like, I can't sit through that shit because it's boring as fuck to me. John loves that shit. Every time I go over to John's house, or like most of the fucking time, I go over to his computer. There's a fucking tab open. He's like on episode who knows what the fuck
5 billion.
Yeah, literally, of Critical Role, and I'm like, I mean, shit. I can see like why people like that shit. Obviously.
It's actually kind of funny because originally their game didn't start in D&D. They switched it and crossed it over to D&D because it was just an easier name. The one that everybody likes, the best like game system out there, just canon, is Pathfinder, right? Everybody loves Pathfinder. Eventually, like, if you read the rules and all stuff, it's just like, this is the best one.
You gotta warm up to it though. No, you can't like just go right.
It's just it's very like it's complex. It's way more complex than D&D, but it's the best one by far. And D&D, they switched over to D&D just because it's a bigger name, right?
Yeah.
But if they stayed over in Pathfinder, imagine the change in history, dude. And
Pathfinder would, no joke, be way bigger. Just as because honestly, I think John was watching no, I was watching a video, right, of these guys, the dungeon dudes. They're pretty big in like the D&D space.
Yeah.
They made a video where like they tried Pathfinder for the first time, and they made the comment like, because they streamed it, right? Unless you were paying like really good attention, you couldn't tell if they're doing Pathfinder or D&D.
Oh.
Unless they did something specific to Pathfinder, you'd be like, oh, they're just playing D&D again.
Because the game systems don't really have to vary too much. I mean, it depends on the one you're using, and depends on what dice you want to use. But for the most part, it's still there. And the funny part, just to round it back, the reason that the whole D&D company thing started going crazy was because they hired a new CEO or a new manager, whatever, that was from a gacha game company. So she was like, "We want more money.
Give us the dough."
That's the thing about gacha games too. It's like it's all based on the transaction. So if you're
Bro, bottom line or bust.
Yeah, literally, bro. Like, depending on how many people want to buy shit. Like, Summoner's War was like the biggest gacha for a very, very, very long. And in Summoner's War, it got to a point where the spenders in Summoner's War were spending. I mean, you want to talk about insane amounts of the quote unquote pro players would spend upwards of 200K, to like make sure like their team was as nasty as they could possibly be. Can you imagine that shit? Spending 200K in a fucking gacha game?
I genuinely
I
couldn't fathom
can't.
it.
But at the same time, the amount of money we spend on League
I mean,
blows
it's
my head.
basically but it's basically gambling because
Because League, you pay money, you get the skin. There's no question.
yeah, you're gambling, and it's like a fucking roulette, bro. And like, by the way, every single there has never been a gacha game worth its salt that has a good pulling system, a good system where it's like, oh wow, this seems fair. It's always horrible, and it has to be that way by design because all of their money comes from the microtransactions within the game. So what happens? They come out with this banner. The rates are absolutely horrible for you to get the character that you want. So people spend egregious amount of money pulling for these characters, an insane amount, and they stream it. And those streams make a shitload of money as well because like people love watching other people gamble. So
Like, I'm a victim of that. I absolutely love watching other people.
I love
gamble.
watching them suffer too. I love watching them waste their
That's
fucking
a
money.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the best part.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna spend my money. So when you spend your money and you fail, I'm like, yes.
You get
But
to like
then-
live vicariously through them.
Yeah. Also that you get to just fucking because it's just you just get that fucking hit every single time they press the summon button. You're like, yeah,
It's like
bro.
I'm summoning.
Yeah, literally. But no, yeah, it's super addictive. With League, it's a little bit different. Like, cause like Lewis said, you get the fucking skin. It's your skin now. Nobody's getting rid of that skin ever. You know? So
No one's fighting you for that shit. But dude, in Honkai,
And also-
you can spend $100 and get nothing.
yeah, bro. I would not spend any sort of money. Fuck that shit.
Bro,
And
I got a buddy, and she got the monthly thing, where it's like every day of the month you get 90 gems.
yeah.
$5. I told her that's how it starts. That's how they get you.
Yeah, that is how it starts. Next
Small
thing you know, it's like,
purchase.
hey, we have like this little thing, you know, say $20, you know what I'm saying? You get these many gems over the course of the and then like
Okay.
every day you log in, you see like you're like, oh, that's more. You know, it's like that's how they get your ass. That's how they fucking get your ass. With
If you
League,
can justify one purchase, you can justify another.
with League, it's very, very different because like here's the thing. League has always been free to play. And with it being free to play, it's just like the game's beautiful, it plays really well. I mean, obviously we have things to complain about, but at the end of the day, it's just like it's a fucking free game, and it's the best free game ever. So the thing is, you have to also consider that for a while, it was pay to win in a sense in ranked because of having to pay for runes back in the day. Then they got rid of that, and then you didn't have to pay for runes anymore, and now runes for free. And then like masteries and all this other shit, right? And then it felt for a while, it's like, the skins, you know, there's no other way of getting a skin. You can't just get one for free. Then they came out with the shop and all this other shit. Now you can get skins for free. It's more free to play than it's ever been. Like it's a great model. It's actually really healthy.
And big as
only,
hell.
yeah, the only problem with League is the people play it. That's the only issue with.
Yeah, you can't get rid of those.
There's nothing you can do about that shit. There's nothing you can do about that shit. And then it's also the reporting system. People are pretty confused about the reporting system. People are under the impression that there are people on the other side reviewing games. It's an automated system. You can't have people reviewing millions, like 500 million games that happen over the course of, I don't even know, maybe a year, maybe even less than that in
2
League.
minutes.
It's impossible. You can't do it. So they have an automated system, and it's based on the amount of times you get reported, right? So if you get reported by 4 people in one game, right, you are put in like a certain like select like group of people. So like let's say you get reported by a certain group, you get put in this group of people that get reported a little bit. Then you get reported again by a bunch of people. You get put in like another group, and and then you eventually come into this group where, hey, you're in the minority of like the 0.0001% of toxic players that get reported literally every single game by every single one of their fucking teammates. Guess what? You're out of here. and that's how that goes. So it becomes one of those things where you have players like the boss, who is a Scion player, and he's challenger. He's been challenger basically years. He's been challenger in Korea and all these other places. And what ended up happening with him is he has an in-team strategy where he literally, bro, he made a video, a comprehensive 36-minute video explaining his strategy, and it's actually super smart. And it's just like he basically plays around with tempo and like when he can afford to die and when he can't, and he explains how like dying prior to level 6 and at level 6 doesn't really end up mattering whatsoever, and then dying post 7 and beyond and stuff like that, because the death timers are much higher. You're dying and people can get like objectives in the game and stuff like that. And he explains a bunch of different shit, and like just like how you don't get bounties from CSing, or you're very rarely, and the bounty system like actually doesn't move an inch if you take tower plating, even though tower plating is like 500 gold almost per plate. So he explained a lot of different bullshit. But what was happening with him is he was getting his accounts because his teammates were fucking
reporting
him because they didn't understand the strategy, even though it's a strategy. Like the dude's challenger with the strategy. So they were reporting him because like, oh, he's inting, there's that in the third, and then like the automated system would be like, oh wow, look at all these deaths and this and the third, boom, rip, and then they would just. So he literally had to like put up a bunch of tickets and stuff and have like Riot look at the video and be like, oh, okay, leave the guy alone. So like it's crazy, bro. But like for the people that like literally just get reported, imagine like getting spam reported. You didn't do anything fucking wrong. You get spam reported one game, spam reported another game for whatever reason. Because this is a reality of a situation, and this is how it literally fuck you up really, really badly. Think about it this way. You should start in the game, you got into rank, right? And you did really bad, but you're not inting, you're not intentionally feeding. But you still got reported a bunch of times by your teammates because they're like, he's inting. And that happens 3 times, you're banned.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can just be having 3 bad games in a row, realistically.
People could just be dickheads too. Like,
yeah.
League's a big game. There's a lot of people, but you could also get a few people that might just see you every now and then. Like we get repeat people that are just happening to be playing at the time. If I just wanted to be a dickhead, I could just be like, fuck you. I don't want you to play.
Challenger, you play against the same 5 people every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might know that.
The euphoria. Bro, John and I, like literally, when John and I report somebody that we don't false report. That's fucked up. But when we do report somebody that's a piece of shit and did some shit, we actually report them, and then we log in like the next time and we see report feedback. You know what I mean? And then they hit you with that. Oh yeah, he's out of here. You're like, let's go.
It's a W.
It is a W.
It's a W. To know
better than a ranked win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is. It might be the best feeling. It's like that guy, you know. But yeah,
and then on the other side, it's like, chat restriction for 1 week.
No, yeah, literally, bro. The only time I've been chat restricted is because I was playing Vanguard and stuff about somebody's. But anyway, let's end it here.
Alrighty, ending it now.